today's hearing because of a schedule or official trip, which he could no longer forego. And with us, I think there's a representative from the DILG. Is he present today?
Any representative from DILG?
Please take a seat. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And we are also in receipt of a copy of the excuse letter coming from Director Jaime Santiago of the NBI, but now he is being represented by RD Ferdinand Lawin, Attorney Jonathan Galicia, and Attorney Santiago, and of course, Attorney Gamontak. Thank you for coming, sir, for on behalf of Director Santiago. And Mr. Chairman, what is important today is that until now, I have not seen the presence of one of the most important resource persons in today's hearing, Colonel Villena. Is he now present? Colonel Villena is present.
Colonel
Villela.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Police Major General Constancio Chinayig Jr., the Director for Personnel and Records Management. We just received the certificate of confinement for Colonel Villela. He was confined at the Madonna Medical Center in Kinabawan City since June 7, 2025. He was admitted at around 9:50 p.m. and the diagnosis is to consider acute coronary syndrome. Your Honor, thank you.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, with that response coming from the PNP, we'll just discuss on the latter part of this hearing. No, because Colonel Villela is very important in today's last and final hearing of this honorable committee. And of course, the presence of the testimony supposedly of Captain Anoba. Is he present now? Comsec? May I move, Mr. Chair, that we order the COMSEC to please communicate with Captain Anuba for his presence in today's hearing. Now, Mr. Chairman, let me proceed with the pending admin matters, important admin matters that should be discussed today. In the case of, I will first discuss about the status of PDLs, Leopoldo Tan Jr., Fernando Magdadaro, Mark Taguba, and Jimmy Guban. Mr. Chairman, I move to defer discussion with regards to the status of PDLs because we still have to get the position and opinion of the concerned agency, in this case, the Bucor and the DOJ, Mr. Chairman. I will just ask them when the time comes, no, on their part. Now, and PDL, Jed Pilapil C, Jong Pilapil, which they are now at the PICOL. Now we'll just also discuss in the latter part when the time of the DOJ and the Bucor will be discussed. Now, Mr. Chairman, there is a pending subpoena order for PSMS Jeremy Tox Kausapin, unserved and at large, Duan Renwo, unserved and at large. And of course, Mr. Chairman, important the ambit matters with regards to the contempt order that was issued to Colonel Guijardo and currently detained at FNPQC Station 6 Station at the Batasan. His contempt order says until, just for the information of everyone, and that includes the resource person and the members of this committee, the contempt order states that until the termination of this inquiry. Now, with regards, number 2 is the contempt order that was ordered to spouses Myla and Harry Roque, which is at large, issued contempt orders but not served. And until now, they're at large. Same is true with Arthur Narsoles. The contempt order was also issued but still at large. And of course, a very controversial person in this country, Michael Young, was also issued a contempt and detention order by this Honorable Committee on the Dangerous Drugs and still at large. Mr. Chair, with that, may I respectfully move that all these admin matters be discussed on the latter part of this hearing, Mr. Chairman. But before we move on that motion, Mr. Chairman, with this representation, let me just quote with regards to contempt orders issued by Congress by the lower house and the upper house, or the bigger house, especially the Senate. Now, let me quote, Mr. Chairman, some section of the cases with regards to contempt orders. In the Balag versus Senate, Mr. Chairman, GR number 234-608, dated July 3, 2018. Let me quote, Mr. Chairman. Evidently, the committee report is the culmination of the legislative inquiry. Its approval or disapproval signifies the end of such legislative inquiry, and it is now up to the Senate whether or not to act upon the said committee report in the succeeding order of business. At that point, the power of contempt simultaneously ceases and detained witnesses should be released. As the legislative inquiry ends, the basis for the detention of the recalcitrant witness likewise end. To end the quote. Mr. Chairman, once again, may I respectfully move that all admin matters, especially the case, the contempt orders that was ordered to Colonel Gialdo, the spouses Myla and Attorney Harry Roque, Arthur Narsoles, and Michael Yang will be discussed on the latter part of this hearing and before we finally concludes this inquiry in aid of legislation. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. There's a motion to defer discussion and disposal of the said stated admin matters at the latter part of today's hearing. Duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. The discussion of the subject matter will be discussed later in the day. Now we proceed let me remind again the members, no, those who want to propound questions to our resource persons. Ang una pong topic natin ay topic tungkol sa POGO. So the first to interpolate based on the list that I have is Congressman Zia Adyong. So, Congressman Adyong, you are now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Mr. Chair, in the previous hearings of this Quad Committee, we uncovered many cracks in our system, loopholes that have allowed illegal POGO operations to thrive in the country. Foreign nationals to own land through questionable means, illegal drugs to proliferate even further, and worst of all, resulted to extrajudicial killings. Sa dami po ng ating nalantad, Mr. Chairman, naging malinaw po sa atin at sa publiko na maraming ahensya ang kailangan managot, maraming ahensya ang kailangan magtulungan at gumawa ng agarang hakbang upang masupil at matigil ang ganitong kalakaran. That's why we've given clear and concrete recommendations during the previous hearings to the concerned agencies, government agencies, based on the testimonies and evidences we have gathered throughout our hearings, Mr. Chair. So ngayon po palapit ng pagtatapos nitong 19th Congress, gusto po natin makasiguro na hindi nasasayang o hindi masasayang ating pinagpaguran at mga natuklasan po natin. Hindi po ito dapat manatiling papel lamang o ulat sa committee archives. Kailangan po natin ng aksyon. We want accountability, of course, and we want the assurance that the necessary steps are already being taken by our government agencies, Mr. Chair. So let me ask generally, a generic po na question. I believe in the case of POGO operations, because a few months ago, I guess last year, the President has already given his stand in position very, very clear to the public, instructing that the POGO operation should cease to operate. That's very clear. In fact, there are also instances we've seen in the news that they're trying to crack down all the POGO operations. But despite the effort that the government has in place, there are still quite a number of packets of illegal POGO operations. So that is how serious this problem is. But because despite the efforts of this administration to subdue the illegal operations, still, kung sa cancer, kung sa sakit ito, Mr. Chair, it has metastasized to other illnesses. Nagiging packets na lang sila ng illegal operations. So I'd like to ask po, because based on the previous hearings, we have recommended certain steps to be